Alright, we got the Anglia in a primer, inside outside, and this is excellent opportunity to put all the parts on the car, because now if you scratch the car you can fix it, correct it. It will also show you mistakes, like one of the mistakes is these brackets for the bumper. As you can see here, we have huge gap on this side between the body and the bumper, and on the other side we have a smaller gap, so it's now good time to cut the brackets and get them a bit closer so it looks nice and tidy. We also gonna be separating now car in couple stages for painting. So first we're gonna do the floor, underbody, and the engine bay. Then the next stage will be inside and the boot, and then we're gonna leave outside for the last. We're gonna leave this to cure for about a week. And if you look on the sides, you can see it's everything nice and straight and smooth. But in a week time, it might not be, because the material is working and it's sinking. Now, as you can see, we already started to sand the engine bay. We're gonna sand the engine bay with 400 grit dry sandpaper, because it's going in 2-pack color. And then we're gonna apply sealer on all the edges and all the joints, especially around the joints with outer side where the water could get in. And then we're gonna move on the floor, and let me try to show you that. So on the floor we're gonna try and fill all the nasty welds that are still visible. So we're gonna fill them with the filler, sand them nicely, and then again we're gonna go with the sealer and seal all the joints around the metal patches, so we don't have that nasty water coming in. Then it's time for underbody protection, overpaintable, and then we're gonna paint the underbody and the engine bay in one go. So inside we're not gonna bother too much with detailing all the welds and filling all the gaps and welds, because more or less everything is covered, not seen. We're still gonna paint that. We're just gonna give it a quick scuff, and we've applied the primer already. We're gonna seal it from the inside also, and we're gonna paint it. But we're not gonna be leveling any welds and patches that you're seeing, because sound insulation is gonna be applied on the whole floor, and the carpet is covering almost everything. We'll give more attention to the details that are seen, like a dashboard, trims around the doors, corners that are not covered with rubber and carpets. So in this part we painted this is the second stage where we painted the inside and all the parts that are visible around the glasses, the boot and the back panel, because the boot is covering this edge, so we painted that, so we don't need later on in a later stage to paint that, so we have less problems with painting outside. So now we're gonna move to the dashboard. We're gonna paint the dashboard in off-white, so we have something like a white dashboard, white roof, and we're gonna probably add more white details, so we break this blue color off. Now, in the meantime, We continued with our staged painting. We painted the dashboard in off-white, still needs to be polished and cleaned. And now we can proceed with the floors and putting sound insulation. That's why we didn't bother with filling all the welds and stuff, because it's all gonna be covered with sound insulation. And while we were waiting for the paint to cure, we also did some work on wiring. That's the example of the old wiring that was before in the car. And as you can see, it was pretty rough. Through the years, everybody was making connections everywhere, bad connections like these ones, and so we decided to make all new connections. We still use the old wirings, but we just replaced some of the wires, soldered most of the connections, and just wrap it in new insulation, so it's more tidier when you put it in the car. So the next step is sound insulation on the floor, and then we can proceed with wiring the car. So make sure to follow us for next update.